Or some Colclough china, vintage Colclough, not quite to the Ridgeway period of 54 to 65. This is actually very early Doulton period. Still using the Ridgeway period moulds, often referred to as Blue Acorn and leaves because of this stylised, very sort of mid-century Sputnik-y type design is what I usually refer to this sort of design as. There are the Colclough china marks, not a product of the Ridgeway factories, but the Early Doulton marks, and very difficult to make out, but actually there is the pattern reference number painted very badly by the gilt brush from the decorator, 7582. These are in very nice used vintage condition. It's a blue ground background then with this white overlaid printing, which is palpable on these. Not a standard transfer print. These are very much, you can feel the texture in the transfer design that's been applied to them. Little bit of vintage wear just on the gilt around the handle, as you can see there. The gilt decoration here where it's been used over the years, not quite as bright as it was when it came out of the factory. You can see there fair bit of wear on them, but by and large in pretty good used vintage condition. And the saucers, 5.5 inch, again with the nice rim block of that blue ground with the mid-century acorn and leaf design on here. Matching china marks, but no decorator's pattern reference. And they use square design, standard 6 2/5 inch square sides to make up the trios, again with Doulton period marks on. I think these are early Doulton period marks. I think these are probably 1960s to early 1970s, looking at them. And by the late 1960s, they'd moved over to the round side plates from these square earlier versions. So I mean that really gives you the nice date period for production of most of the Blue Acorn that you see out there. I haven't seen any with Ridgeway period factory stamps on it, so I think it was an introduction when it was being transferred into the Doulton management team's period of ownership. Nice pieces, trios available on the website, not expensive because they are in used vintage condition, but it's quite a rare set to find these days. And for collectors of Colclough to be able to identify this with that pattern reference, as I say, Blue Acorn and Leaves is not an official marketing name ever used by Colclough. It's a little bit like Ditzy Rose. It's been used sequentially over the years by collectors and enthusiasts as a descriptive way of knowing what they were talking about, because actually I couldn't find anywhere where they'd identified that pattern number before we've actually documented it in our listing. So I'm hoping that's going to be of some use to collectors and people coming to list this china in the future for sale. We've got trios available, a cake plate and a milk jug going on sale on the Vintage and Antiques website. So if you're a Colclough fan, like to have a look through some of the pattern references and pieces we've got available, do make your way over on the link below to the website and have a browse through our Colclough china catalogue. Thanks for watching.